Hey yo, y'all can't stand right here. In his right hand was your man's worst nightmare. Loud enough to burst his right ears on close range.
It's early today, very early. It is about a quarter till 8 a.m. here, and we just pulled up to Atlantic City, New Jersey for the first stop of the PPG Pro Tour. Very excited to be here, and I'm very excited to see how this event turns out. Registration starts at 8, but before we head in there, I kind of figured I'd give you guys a little bit of a debrief about what's going on here, what to expect for this tournament. The thing that the PPG Pro Tour boasts is the fact that it is a cash tournament. A $3,200 tournament is the main event, with first place taking home $800, I think, like that, and second like $400 or something like that. Not only that, but there's also a 1K tournament on Sunday that is free to enter for anybody to enter the main event. So there's a lot of money floating around here today. Hopefully we can pick up a little bit of that ourselves. Like I said in the last vlog, today we're piloting Trickstar Sky Striker for this event today. After testing thoroughly, not only yesterday, but the day before too, I think I'm well prepared for this event today. And I think I kind of optimized my build a little bit. I'm really excited to see the attendance count for this event. Normally these cash tournaments don't get the largest audiences for some odd reason, but I'm pretty sure this is one that is more deserving. So registration starts in like 10 minutes now, so I'm gonna get in there and we'll check it out. So registration went A-okay. We're about to hop into round 1 of the tournament. Very excited to hop in. I think I'm really comfortable with the deck I'm playing. I'm feeling really confident. There's 2 separate tournaments going on today. There's the Dragon Ball tournament, which I also think is also a $3,200 tournament, and there's also the Yu-Gi-Oh one. The Dragon Ball line was actually absolutely nuts. I'm curious to see what the final counts for registration because that actually was a lot of people that signed up for it. There's a lot of cool things going on with this event too. They have a feature match area over there with full commentary over it too. Davinator's there too, Davinator. Cool guy, great guy. I got to catch up with him for a little bit. I wonder what the odds we can get a feature match under that tent are. Regardless, we're gonna have a couple rounds of Yu-Gi-Oh ahead of us. I'll be sure to check in with you guys later. We'll kind of recap some stuff, see what's happening. So let's hop into it. As you can see by this wonderful layout, this mat's not mine, but it's actually part of the feature match table. That's right, I got the feature match going into round 2 here. I'll be sure to recap this one in particular because I have the footage. And there's my opponent.
Howdy.
How you doing, bud?
Good, how are you?
To our right, playing Sky Striker 6 cards, and we got Thomas Kidwell to our left playing True Draco. Very interesting here.
So rather than doing the normal way I kind of recap games, I figured it'd be more appropriate to do this while I'm at home because I have the entire stats in front of me that I can just tell you guys exactly what went down. But to preface, this feature match was an absolute disaster. So going into round 2, I actually drew round 1 because of time limit. It's kind of tilting, but still looking forward. It's really early in the tournament, looking to do well. I sit down against my opponent, Thomas Kidwell. Great guy, by the way, nothing bad against this guy, but he's playing True Draco. And, oh baby, does he play it well. I end up losing the die roll, so Thomas gets to go first, and oh boy, does he open with an absolute slapper. He just drops down Inspector Border, and I'm like, well, it's going to be one of those games. I ended up having Ash Blossom in my hand, which immediately became useless because of the Inspector Border, but I could have stopped a lot of things had he not had the Inspector Border, like the Card of Demise or the Dragonic Diagram. He opened up extremely well for his opening hand. And it all continues to go downhill too when he passes the turn to me, and then he immediately flips up a Rivalry of the Warlords. Yikes. I don't really have an out the Rivalry because pretty much I can't make any Link monsters with my Trickstars. I can have as many of them as I want on the field, but I can't turn them into anything. And the Trickstars really don't do anything on their own. So I end up just going light stage to target the other back row to add Licorice. I do end up, like throughout the game, I end up getting all 3 Licorice in hand. And I guess I'm able to summon them all at one point, but I just don't because I'm waiting for one big push. I end up setting like my infinite impermanences, one in the column of the Rivalry. I'm just waiting for that big push that I'm able to get where I'm able to negate not only the Inspector Border, but also the Rivalry and just able to push with like mind control and stuff, which I'm holding in my hand. Very powerful cards to be able to just combat an established board. But when I'm working with something so thin, and also just something that's able to lock down the fact that I'm not able to summon anything, it's just incredibly difficult. And it becomes a lot more difficult when he just proceeds to flip up a rivalry during the end phase of that same turn anyways. So now he's sitting with 2 Rivalry of the Warlords, and I really have actually 0 outs to it in my main deck. My deck is kind of geared to the fact that I can actually handle 1 rivalry kind of okay with the main deck, because I have Pankratops in my main deck that I can get to that would be able to combat that. And of course, Infinite Impermanence, like I said, that I set in the same column as it would have been able to stop it. But once the second one came down, the whole game just became turned on its head right there. So after absolutely getting clobbered game 1, I proceeded to side in so much shit. I sided in evenly matches, 3 Twin Twisters, all in an attempt to be able to at least have a shred of a chance against this deck, and I choose to go first. I open up actually a pretty decent board where I'm able to go into Shizuku at double engage to my hand to kind of prepare for the next turn. I have a light stage established, so if he doesn't pop it and he sets something, I can actually like freeze it and do something. I also have Candina in rotation with the Licorice on the field, pretty much just living large. I also have Pankratops in my hand, which is also a very useful card to pop problem cards. As long as he doesn't have a way to, like, again, Rivalry of the Warlords or goes in match, I should be good. But whoops, I speak way too soon, because once he sets up his board, he goes into the Dynaknuckle, but also he sets 3, and those 3 happen to be double goes in match and the True King's Return. I didn't draw into any copies of my Twin Twisters, nor any copies of my Evenly Matched. This was an absolute disaster. And like I said before, I had the Pankratops in my hand. I ended up using it kind of recklessly just to pop the Dynaknuckle, forgetting that True King's Return brings it back. It was really just futile at that point anyways. There was no way I was going to make it past 2 goes in match without top decking a Twin Twister. And I didn't have enough turns to be able to do so, especially with Return putting me on a clock. Like I said, I have a way to deal with 1 goes in match, but dealing with 2 is just impractical. This game was an absolute train wreck, and I'm absolutely tired of talking about it.
I don't know if you guys can see that behind me there, but that is actually top 16 going on at the PBG Pro Tour here in Atlantic City. Team Evolve actually has 3 of our members. We've got Jeff, Jamie, and Darren chilling out in top 16. Hopefully they can take it through. I'm just waiting to see the results come in. But today is a very interesting day. We've got the 1K here, and I'm hopping in with the same deck list. Gonna see if we can take home a couple bucks. So, see what we can do there.
Alright, hey, what's happening? Now that I got you guys for a moment to sit down, let's talk about what happened day 2 of Atlantic City, New Jersey. Day 2 of the Pro Play Games Pro Tour was the 1K event, and I decided to hop back into the action with the same exact Trickstar Sky Striker list that I took the prior day, even with our absolutely dreadful results of going like X2 drop or something. It was real bad. I was honestly very confident with the deck I had built. I just think I got a really bad rap playing against some odd decks like fucking True Dracos and just going in time. I think it was multiple times at that point, twice. I just really think I got a poor, like the short end of the stick at that point. I think the list I built was pretty good, honestly, so I just decided to pop it back into the 1K, and I didn't actually record any of the games I played because I really wanted to sit down and focus for this, and we ended up with all that focus going X2, which got us 9th fucking place. I actually ended up going X1 until the very last round where I played against Danger Thunder, and I had opened up Jewel Reincarnation game 2 after losing game 1, but I thought that was going to easily win me game 2, but little did I know, he just goes, normal summon Denko Sekka, and I go, I guess I just lose then. So we ended the 1K event going X2, which again sealed us 9th place. The Bubble Boy. Top 8 and up got prizing. I think it was like 50 store credit for 8th, and it scaled all the way up to 1st. And then 8th through 16th got their invites for the Pro Tour, which I don't think there's been anything announced for that yet. But hey, on the bright side, at least I'm all set for that. All together, I want to give a huge shout out to Pro Play Games on the event they held this weekend. I had a really great time, and I thought everything was run really smoothly. The live stream coverage, shout out to those guys. That was incredible. They actually got like 300 viewers on like their first weekend of streaming on that platform, which is really impressive. That's really great to see. The staff also did an absolutely incredible job and was incredibly nice to me to allowing me to film on the premise.
So thank you to you guys. You guys did an incredible job this weekend. If you guys want to catch the PPG Pro Tour at their next stop, it is February 16th through 17th in Atlanta, Georgia. And that Yu-Gi-Oh event is actually a 3v3 event, much like the YCS that will be going on, I think, 2 weeks after that. So, you know, if you want a good opportunity to test out the 3v3 format for Yu-Gi-Oh, that's the best place to do it, I think. I'll drop links to everything down in the description below, so you guys can go check them out, follow them, and see when their next tour stops are. But yeah, huge shout out to Pro Play Games. You guys did an incredible job. But yeah, that's about everything that I have to say about Atlantic City that weekend. Again, great event. Had a really great time. Hope to get out there and play some more. Maybe with a different deck this time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, definitely subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one.